The internet has changed everything. Rub our eyes and wake up and see into the future. The World Wide Web means what happens anywhere happens everywhere. This connection and concentration of knowledge has meant that everything is connected to everything else. Today, the internet has meant we can access information as easily as turning on a tap. Knowledge from experts past, present. We need to use our information to create our future, a better future, using technology to see further than we've ever thought possible. Imagine putting on a pair of goggles for the first time and looking underwater and seeing a new world of possibility, seeing the coral reefs, to have an economy that is more like an ecology of nature rather than the efficiency of machinery, without losing our connection from nature. Not a utopia where everything is perfect. This is impossible, as the only thing that's permanent is change. We should aim for a protopia where everything gets better each day, continuously improving today for a better tomorrow. Nature never hurries. Little by little and atom by atom, the work is completed. Today everything is becoming. We must imagine a better world. The rules have changed. The money we spend influences the world we live. The money we save and invest also influences the world. Pension funds are the savings of today's employees. These pension funds control huge pools of capital. This capital can be invested in companies that do good as well as the companies that do bad. Since the Pension Freedoms Act in 2015 in the UK, you can choose how to access and invest your pension. You, the people, have the power to decide where these vast sums of capital are invested. You, the people, have the power to decide on a better future. You must use this power. You must invest for good rather than investing on companies that do bad. We must use this power. We must invest in good rather than investing for bad. We must move away from the forever growth model and the age of mass consumption towards an economy that is like an ecology. A regenerative economy where everything is in balance, to learn from nature, to evolve and to rebalance. It's about creating the future rather than consuming the past. To understand that everything is connected in ecological harmony, we should focus on the economic climate of long-term growth rather than the economic weather and the daily fluctuations of the share price. The GDP measure that only tracks progress every quarter is not effective anymore. The forever growth model is not sustainable. Understand that the self and the economy is both a distinct and blended part of a larger, compassionate whole. We need a holistic economy, an economy that creates rather than an economy that consumes itself. Investing needs a metaphorical career change. We need to move from an engineer to a gardener. We've lost our connection with nature. Where we walk through forests and hear no birds, we feel that something is missing. When we walk through a forest and hear the birds and see the butterflies flying above, we feel fuller and more alive. The rules have changed. We have a choice to live in harmony with a greater whole while knowing your purpose. Knowing what is enough can bring happiness, and happiness is the purpose of life. Once our basic needs are met, the evidence is clear. We don't need more money, more material possessions, or more fame. We have a mind, and right now, in this moment, is all the equipment to achieve happiness. René Descartes began the Renaissance period when writing his famous "I think, therefore I am." The French philosopher had it backwards. We are conscious human beings with a mind, and therefore we think. I am, and therefore I think. To be alive is to be present in this moment. To be conscious of our own self is the root of all things. Today we need to think with the more evolved part of our brain that makes us human beings. This change in mindset may begin a new Renaissance period, a new way of thinking, a new great awakening not seen since the Enlightenment period of the 17th century. A new hope of courage and belief, where we can access fresh drinking water, when there is no hunger in our stomachs, and where we have somewhere warm and safe to sleep. Then we have the freedom to think. Human nature changes as the conditions of existence change. If we are worried where the next meal is coming from or how to pay the bill that is just landing on our doormat, then we have then we have a low mental bandwidth, meaning a low ability to think, meaning a low ability to make good decisions, to stick with plans and resist temptations. Better conditions mean we have the time for better abstract thought, reasoning and imagination, time to think how we can solve the world's complex problems of the future. We can invest our time into work that fulfills and nourishes us, that taps into our individual geniuses and helps solve other people's problems. The power to think is what creates humanity. We cannot control the events in our lives, but we can control what these events mean. We can choose where to focus our thoughts. We can think, and we can think what we become. To tame the wild beast that is our subconscious mind, the ancient survival autopilot of fight or flight mode that causes fear and causes stress. Take control of your thoughts no matter what, like a rider who must tame the horse whose back they sit upon. Working together with the animal that sleeps within you can create something more powerful than you could ever dream possible. Working together with nature to become interdependent with nature rather than independent from nature. René Descartes thought that the mind was separate. I am, he said, only a thinking thing. That is mind, intellect or reason. However, we are more than that. We have a mind, a heart, and we can breathe. We can take a breath of air only because of the presence of trees in the world. We are interconnected with the rest of the world. I can think, I can breathe, I can grow. Everything is becoming and changing. Nothing is permanent but change. We are all connected to everything else. Nothing stands still. We are born, grow, and then die. A forever happiness is impossible. Forever happy life is impossible. Once we reach one need, a higher, more complex need emerges. This is the beauty of life. The highest we can achieve is not a happy life, but a heroic life. Become the hero. The hero's quest is one where you are not satisfied by life of constant comfort and pleasure. A life that strives for each day to be meaningful, challenging and exciting. The meaning of life is to be alive, to think, to breathe and to grow. The time to be alive is now. Buy the book Millennial Money Mindset. If you want the fruits, you need the roots. It's the 5-step method to getting money mindset, getting more money into your pocket, more time in your day and less stress in your life. Get your copy today. You can pick it up on Amazon in print, Kindle or Audible version. We also give away some free training with every book bought, which is automating your finances to get more me time, so you have more time to do the things that you love with your day. Get your copy today.
Money mindset.
I think that sounds alright.